Sportlich, und das können wir versprechen, den vielen Fans, die hoffentlich auch wieder in das Stadion kommen. Wir hatten letztes Jahr zu dem einen Spiel 6.000 Zuschauer. Wir erwarten auch in diesem Jahr 4.000, vielleicht 5.000, vielleicht kommen auch wieder 6.000. Das wäre natürlich ein Riesengewinn für uns, um einfach den ordentlichen Auftakt hier rüberzubringen. Wir werden sportlich gut aufgestellt sein. Wir wollen gewinnen. Wir wollen den deutschen Meister schlagen, wie das uns gelingen kann und welche Chancen wir haben. Gary Spielbuehler wird uns dazu einiges sagen.
Okay, danke. Entschuldigung, ich muss reden auf Englisch heute. Ich habe Heuschnupfen ohne Ende. Du weißt das, in dieser Zeit ist mir like out. Okay. This year, the first game in Braunschweig, we had a serious injury with Ratko Zola. We really don't know quite the extent of the injury. He's having an MRI this morning. So the prognosis is definitely he will not be here playing on the field this Saturday. That's a definite scenario. As far as our situation last week in Braunschweig, I thought the defensive posture that we presented was well done. We played on a lot of short fields and held them to 14 points, and it could have been less even with that. We knew what our situation was with the punt scenario. There was a missed block on one and a couple bad snaps, and that's something that we talk about every day, about turnovers, field position, and that was really the big crux of the game. If you remember back to last year, that was almost the same exact thing that happened to Braunschweig. They had two bad snaps, we got field position and ended up pulling the game out. That happens in sport. That's the way it is sometimes. Offensively, we moved the ball. We were stagnant sometimes, and sometimes we really moved it very, very in precision. But that's a normal deal early in the season. Offense takes always a little longer to come around, but we have the potential to be very, very explosive. With our quarterback, Tyler Gronke, out of University of Hawaii from Arizona, you've seen we threw for, what was it, Thomas, again, 200 and something yards. And we made big plays. We had 30-yard average reception, so we can throw the short ball, the medium range ball, and the long ball. When we get everything hitting on all full cylinders, we should be a team that should be accounted for and reckoned with this year in the GFL. And right down, hope next Saturday we'll give those guys from Kiel a little bit of a surprise and get after their ass.
Danke. Ja, vielleicht das zum Einführungsstatement, und wenn jetzt Fragen bestehen, wir haben auch im Anschluss die Möglichkeit, wieder einzelne Interviews zu führen. Tyler Gronke ist auch hier als Quarterback und Spielführer der Mannschaft, steht auch für Interviews zur Verfügung, aber jetzt vielleicht erstmal noch Fragen an uns.
Und eine Frage an dich, Sören, auch vielleicht auch an Coach Gary,
ja.
Wie in diesem Jahr die GFL Nord eingeschätzt wird. Wir haben einen sehr starken Aufsteiger mit Mönchengladbach. Der zweite Aufsteiger ist momentan Tabellenführer. Berlin weiß man nicht so richtig, wo sie stehen. Also wie schätzt ihr die Situation in der GFL Nord ein, wenn man das Ziel erreichen will, Playoff Heimspiel?
Yeah, there's going to be one good team left out of the playoffs. There's no question about that. Mönchengladbach did a nice job of buying a lot of players. They have a lot of money. They kept on buying power or something. But again, you have to play. Kiel obviously has some good people, quality program, German champions, they know what they're doing. They should be right in the mix. Braunschweig, I think is a solid team. Take away our mistakes in the punting game, it could have been a quite different outcome. No question about that, but they're in that group. And Berlin right now, we really don't know. It's as crazy a thing as I've ever seen with that group there. I mean, they have some really good players. It just doesn't seem to click right now, but I've always said it's better to be better at the end than at the beginning, and that's what we were the last 2 years. We really turned it on at the end. So what you would see right now, you have five really top-notch teams that can beat each other any day. And then again, Düsseldorf, you just can't throw away. They got Esterus, they have some players that are pretty good, so they could jump themselves in the mix, and I think Essen has a little bit of a struggle this year.
Ja, und vielleicht nur ergänzend dazu, wenn man weiß, dass die Mannschaften so eng beieinander liegen, kommt natürlich vieles darauf an, wie es im Kopf steht, wie frei man ist und ich denke, dass wir dort, dass wir als Mannschaft eher wachsen können in den nächsten Spielen und auch vielleicht das Braunschweig-Spiel wegstecken und geerdet in die nächsten Spiele gehen.
Noch eine Frage zu Kiel am Samstag. Haben ja gegen Berlin knapp gewonnen, gegen Karstadt verloren. Viele Punkte in der Offense gemacht, aber auch viele Punkte bekommen. Das wird so ein bisschen das Rezept der Monarchs sein gegen Kiel.
Yeah, good Frage. First of all, the 48-41 thing against Berlin, that was a shootout. Conversely, the Karlstadt game wasn't a shootout. It was 14-14 after regular time expired, so they went to overtime. So in one game they throw up 48, the next game they put 14 up. Last year they only averaged around, I think it was 17 or 18.5, somewhere in there. So that was their numbers that they probably usually hit last year, the whole year long. The 48 thing was just one of those crazy games that went up and down the field. The first play, they gave Michael the ball and he hit it for like 80. And it was just one of those shootout games. That happens. It happened to us in Schwäbisch Hall. It was a shootout, but I don't know if that's the whole, that's hard to say. But, we got to see which team shows up. And the situation is we prepare for every game the same. What we have to do in order to beat them strategically, personnel-wise, et cetera, et cetera. And obviously, our goal is to get one more point than them.